Hello, everyone. Hello. Is there anyone? Yeah. Okay, so is still your levels 11 for level 8. What's the difference between level 8? Yes, Mohammed, you can use the level 7, that 6.5 hour of video for level 8 also. Let me just, yeah, this one. Okay. Okay, Amitabh is here. Thank you, Amitabh, for joining this. And I have to answer this question before starting this live. Okay, so yes, you can use that, and you can actually find a comment pin, and that one comment is pinned on that video of 6.5 hour for level 7. On that, I have explained what you need to do to make sure you can use level 8 with that video. It's actually the same thing. Okay, Tanzim is here, and welcome all. And as you know from the title, I am going to start a podcast. And this is really, you can say, my dream. And I was trying to do this thing for last 1.5 years, hours, not years. I was trying to start a podcast for the last 1.5 years, and with some reason, because of unweird things happened with situations, I was not able to start. But now I am done with first recording, and I have done all these things. And the first intro, not video, intro podcast is actually released, and you can go and check out the Mentor Story podcast. You can follow this on Twitter, on website. The website, you can subscribe for newsletters. Also, you can give a rating, proper 5-star rating on Apple Podcast, or maybe on Google Podcast if the newer podcast is published or not. Okay, so this is a simple podcast, and let me tell you what this podcast is. So, as the name suggests, mentor's story. So, everyone has some mentors, or more than one mentors actually. So, from wherever you are learning things, that person is a mentor. So, like if you are learning from my video, so I am like your mentor, and I have learned from many people. So, they are all my mentors. So, we know how these mentors uh, create the content for us, how they help us to move into the journey of development. And we don't know the story behind the scene. We don't know their real story. We don't know how they reach to that level. We don't know how they manage all these, like, personal life, professional life, podcast, job if they have, and whatever they are doing, how they manage, and what's the actual story the behind your mentor. So this is going to be interesting, and I have tried to sum up things so that you can have you like a knowledge packed podcast. It will be fun, it will have inspirations, it will have some real stories and whatnot. So let me share, please, your opinion matters, so please share your opinion, what I need to do, or one important question I want to ask you. I have tried to start that podcast and actually recorded the first podcast in English. But since I am from India, and half of the audience I have on YouTube or anywhere is also Indian, so, what do you think? Should I go with the Hindi podcast, or should I stick with this English podcast? So, I don't have any problem with any language, but it's just my opinion. Like, I have started it on English, but people are saying that let's start in Hindi. So, I'm a little confused how I can grow this podcast, because this channel is in English, and I'm not able to convert it into Hindi because audience are broad, and it's now, you can say, uh, trademark as an English channel. So because podcast is just started, so I'm trying to get feedback from all of you. So let's now see the chats and what you are saying. So now it says Tanzan ask view three videos. I will ask all your I will answer all your questions related to all other things. But let me first finish this podcast thing. So Amitabh says amazing because Amitabh know me and he is very nice person and you should follow his YouTube channel also because he is just like me and he is Laravel lover and obviously he is a very knowledgeable and experienced person. He has 10 years of giant experience. So that's about Amitabh. But let's see. Uh, we will talk about other things later. So Ayush says the English podcast, and Ayush, obviously, we will talk about things we are going to plan. So I think in the evening. Okay, so some say Surin says Hindi. Amitabh says continue both. How Amitabh, how this is possible? Again, on a single podcast, how I can do that in Hindi or in English both? So that's a little weird thing. So Sachin says, "Kaise ho?" Okay, I'm fine. Broad audience English. So Mohammed says audience is English, but what I am thinking like the the guests I have in my mind are all Indians, but if yeah, there is a benefit with the English that I can bring some foreigner guest on our podcast also. That's a huge benefit. Let's see what others says. English will be best to improve our communication also. I have USA client don't use English. This is a nice comment and this actually is good. I'm waiting for live today. Okay, so continue in English. Okay, mainly do it in English. You can slide some Hindi with subtitle. Okay. Yeah, we can do that. But how we can do subtitle in podcast? That's that's not possible. I think subtitle is for videos, and podcast is just listening things. Your English is so fluent. No, I don't believe that. I'm very bad in English. You can use service which create transcript. This is good. So yeah, so I can record in English, then use some tool to have some script or just below that podcast in Hindi. That's good. Or I can do reverse also. I can record it in Hindi and then convert it into English. But that thing I have to check first because I don't know what are the tools available there. I have some Jason do that in his podcast. I have seen Jason. Okay, okay. So we can ask him actually if you know someone. Okay, that's good. That's good. So multi. Okay, and oops, what happened? What happened? No, nothing happened. Okay, so this podcast I have planned on last year September. So it's now 1 year completed, and the first thing I did when I got the idea of podcast was I just got a simple domain name. So thementorstory.com. This is a podcast website, and I bought it in September last year, and now I had to renew that because for last 1 year I was just thinking that okay, I have to do how I can do what are the tools required. I was very confused, but uh, one of my friends, Saurabh, who he pushed me a lot, and actually the first podcast I have recorded with Saurabh is like amazing thing, and it's and if you don't know Saurabh, Saurabh is the co-founder of Bagisto e-commerce framework. So we talked about Bagisto and how it reached a level. So this is going to be an interesting thing, and this is one part of today's life. Second part is I got the idea from Amitabh, and he told me that I can bring some people to this live. Like I'm doing this live every Sunday, so why not have some guest with me, and then we talk about something, we answer your call, not your call. We answer your messages, and that will be again a learning experience for me and a benefit for you because you will get opinion from two different people. And in that way, I can bring some foreigners also because I'm now connecting to various big names on Twitter. I'm trying to bring them here, so I also want your idea on this topic. So your opinion matters once again. Okay, you can pay for people to do burping. What is burping? Sorry. But then you and beginner we only discuss the practical, no theory. Okay, Surendra. Actually, the in-depth level course is designed for people who know PHP, and the theory. Actually, what I feel, theory doesn't matter. You can read theory from anywhere, but really what matter is the practical. So that's why I totally focus. 90% is practical sessions there. Okay, what going on the community section? Hemant, which community you are talking about? Guest like Freak, Taylor Otwell, Jeffrey Way. Uh, I can promise about Jeffrey Way or Taylor Otwell, but I'm sure I will ask Freak because I met him 2 times and he know me or I know him very well, and I have various other contacts. So I'll try to bring some good name and let's see how things are going to happen, and let's let's talk about that. So you are going to start live classes. I want to learn from you. React Node, please start live classes. Okay, so Praful Kumar, live classes. This is actually what happened with the live classes. I have to be total consistent, and that will become little hard. I'm not saying impossible or too hard. Little hard because what happened whenever I try to create, like I have created that 10 hour of Vue.js course. So whenever I felt that okay, let's record it. So I've recorded on 1 a.m. I recorded on 2 a.m. I recorded on 4 p.m. evening. So whenever I want, I just record the video and then merge and then publish it. So this is the way I uh, personally record all the videos. But what happened when we do some live sessions? You have to stick with the proper schedule. Be you have to prepare for that live class. And when I create the normal videos, if I delay it 1 or 2 days, it doesn't matter. Like I tried to publish that Vue 3 10 hour course on Monday. That not happened because of some weird reasons. So I published it on Friday. So that's little flexibility I have with this. But really, I think live classes is a good thing. Let's see what happened with the live classes. There are one more reason, or not reason, I can say my excuse behind this not having a live classes is the setup I have. The internet connectivity is not so good here. One, and second is the electricity issue. I have a very bad electricity issue here. So I'm just hoping today electricity will not go. So these are the things. Let's see how things goes. But yes, this is a live classes is a good thing, and I should try like not live classes. I should try live coding on YouTube, just like I'm doing this live. So I do this live coding. I tried it once with multi-tenancy. That that was a good experience, but sometimes I just stuck with a problem, and I feel like if I'm searching for the solution, it's not a, it's like just wasting your time. So that these are the things. Okay, let's move. I need your level note. Okay. So I never have any notes, like any notes on the notebook or anywhere. Or maybe sometime when I want to create some video, then I have some bullet points on my notebook. Also, not my actual notebook, the app notebook. Then after when I completed the course, I just remove or deleted all everything. So no notes. Sorry for late. Okay, no. Driver main heater. Okay, that's the issue. So debugging means that you will record it in English. Someone will mute the English and say, "Oh, okay. I thought it was. Sorry, my mistake. I think Ayush said this thing. Um, no, Ayush has got subtitles, and Tanzim says deep dubbing. Okay, dubbing, simple dubbing. Okay, got it. But it's not good, in my opinion. Hope you're fine. Live classes is not a good approach. Not a good approach. The 5 minute video is enough for learning any course. So, can you explain why live classes are not good, and what are the drawbacks of this? I feel like live classes is good thing, because what happened when I, once again, if I am not having, if I'm having any issue and I'm trying to solve that issue, so you can see the thought process and you can see how I approach the problem. Or not just for me, on any live classes. View combination fire trying to use Laravel. Okay, you can use that. Okay, so Surendra is from Bhubaneswar, Odisha, so that's very nice. Uh, Vue.js level 8, create a Vue level 8 project. Okay, I will try. Actually, I am working on one more thing. I'm going to release this. No, so the plan is very simple. Level 8 is released, so I'm going to have a real project on in-depth level course, and that in-depth level course, the price of in-depth level course is also going to be increased after 15th of October, after 3 or 4 days. Why? Because I'm going to add one more real project. What I have planned is for job portal. I'm not sure. Again, I'm not sure, but I'm trying to add a real project so that you will have another experience of a great real project in in-depth level course. It's with a level 8 and using Jetstream. So this is my thought and this is my idea. Let's see how we are going to implement this. But this is I'm going to have in for this week. This week plan is this to complete a real project and upload it for in-depth level course. Now come to YouTube. I have planned for some other courses of 10 hours. Like we have React 10 hour, we have a Vue 10 hour. Now I'm planning for Flutter, Node, JavaScript, and Python. Among these four, I will actually have, once again, I will have a poll and I will try to get the views or your opinion about which course I have to do next. So let's see how this goes. So for Laravel, on the YouTube for Laravel, let's see after that thing, after we complete any one course of 10 hour, and after that we will try with Laravel 8, maybe with React or maybe with Vue. Okay, so e-commerce site will be the best in in-depth Laravel course. And then e-commerce website. I was trying for e-commerce website for a very long time, but you know what happened? It's very big project, and if I try to complete it in 1 week or 2 week or maybe in a month, it will not going to work. And what I feel is like, let's have some small project, real small project on in-depth level course, and then I will add e-commerce. And my plan for in-depth level course is like, with every release of Laravel, like we have a Laravel 8, I'm going to add the job portal project. With Laravel 9, we will have some other project. So if you have that course, you will get, after every release, you will get a real new project with the newest version or latest version of Laravel on the in-depth Laravel course. So it will become very big with time. So that will be the, you can say, a recurring thing for that course. What should I use? Vue, Laravel, Livewire? Obviously, that depends. So see, you have asked me many times like what you want to use, like Vue or React, Livewire, Inertia, or Node, Django, or Laravel. This for with every live I have these questions, and not once. People asked it many times. So my simple answer for these type of questions is, choose a framework in which you are comfortable. See, what happens if you are not comfortable with React, and but I say that you have to use React, and you are not comfortable, then you will have frustration. You will not able to create a good thing. Okay, so start with whatever feels good for you. It doesn't matter. You're not going to create a next Facebook. It's reality. In a 1 year or 2 year, even if you are going to create it, that doesn't happen in 1 year or 2 year. So start with whatever tool you have, and once you reach a certain level, like suppose you have after 1 year you have a 1 million of users. Obviously, at that time you have the resources, you have the budget to hire some person to code for Node.js or whatever the best technology of that time. So you have to start, and to start, you have to use the tool you have. You don't have to wait for which is the best thing, which is the best front end, which is best back end, what industry want. No, it doesn't matter. If you are comfortable with jQuery, use jQuery. Nothing matters. What matters is you have to create something, and if you have to create it, use the tools you already have. Don't try to catch the newest one. It's not going to work, and you will always be in the trap of that newest thing. Okay, let's see what project. Nice thing. Uh, Rakshish, Rakshish, what is the cost for what? For in-depth level course, are you asking? Time Deno will take in mainstream. Ali, actually, what happened with the Deno, in my opinion, is like people are not trying, people are not accepting it. Why? Because they already have a very nice thing called Node.js, and that's the draw. That's the reason behind the Deno is not so famous. But in my opinion, the concept Deno took was very nice, and I feel if things goes right within 2 or 3 years, it will be in the mainstream. But I'm not sure about the industry. Industry will choose the framework or any language which where the people are having good knowledge. Like what company want? Company want employer with a proper knowledge of particular framework. Okay, so if there is no employer with the knowledge of Deno, so Deno will not go into the mainstream. So there is a actually circle. you need to learn, and to why you learn if industry want. When industry want, when people are there. When people learn, then when industry wants. So this is the circle, bad circle. Well said. The most important things to start. Yeah, correct, correct. Uh, Net Ninja can't say that he is the best view series on the planet anymore. View 3 series is exploding like Elon's rocket. Yeah, this is a nice comment. Elon's rocket. I don't know what happened to View 3, but it's really, I feel proud with this View 3 10-hour course. And people are, every comment on that View 3 10-hour course was like very nice, good to have this. Oh my God, 10 hours for View. People was not expected, people are not expecting this thing like to create a 10-hour of course for Vue.js for free on YouTube. Maybe that's that's the reason, but let's see how things goes. Very well said, Satak. It is important to create it. Facebook was initially so. This is a comment from Amitav, and he has a very good point. He said uh, the Facebook initially developed in PHP, and now I think they developed a platform in which they develop their application. Obviously, initially PHP was developed with PHP. Huh? Facebook was developed with PHP. So think about that. PHP and MySQL, what's that matter? But when once they have reached a level, they have the resources, and then they have changed all the stack, and Facebook has created the React thing, GraphQL thing. So that's how things progress. That's how a product, you can say, grow. Okay, so this is a unique thing, and you don't have to worry about what tool people are using. You have to worry about what you want to create with the best tool you have. As I said, don't worry about any framework. If you know jQuery, use it. Don't feel bad about it. There is nothing bad to use jQuery. Okay, so sir, we have prepared according to the industry framework, right? So I'm asking which framework most industry are using. Okay, see, no. So you are trying to say that we need to prepare us for the industry. Okay, I understand that thing. But see, the options people gave me, like what I want to learn, React or Vue, both are used in industries. For backend, what I should learn, Node, Laravel, or Django. If you search, you will find jobs for all of these frameworks. You have to be best at that framework or tool you have. See, if you are good at in J, if you master in J, I'm taking the example of jQuery because people are leaving jQuery, and I have never used jQuery for last 2 years. But I'm taking the example of jQuery. It's like if you are mastering jQuery, then you can create your own framework. You don't have to think about like you have to learn Vue, because if you are mastered in jQuery, you have already mastered JavaScript. You don't have to learn next framework. You just have to look on the syntax, how it works. In 2 days, you are ready with the framework. Be the master of a particular framework, technology, or tool you have. It doesn't matter if you are 100% perfect for, let's say, even for CodeIgniter, the PHP framework. There are good jobs available. I have a friend in Delhi. He is currently having uh, 2 lakhs per month, Indian rupees, 2 lakhs per month for a CodeIgniter developer job, because he's damn good at CodeIgniter and he don't know Laravel well. Yeah, obviously he know. things, how things goes. But he is a master of CodeIgniter, and he is having 2 lakhs of salary per month. So see, this is a very important, you can say, point to understand. You have to be the master of one thing, then think about others. View composition API, like React hooks say even better. View 3 is doing my. So then what happened is like even you, the creator of View 3, told that he published an article or somewhere in the Twitter. He explained that I'm trying to implement React hooks things in Vue, and that's how composition API came. So the whole motive of composition API is to create something like React hooks, and he did it. Git verse and GitHub course. I know you have Git course on channel, but do you think it's good to a new adding GitHub? So thanks so much. I appreciate. Okay, Rol, you're right. Actually, I have to list this in my upcoming courses because that course was the initial, and at that time I also don't have that much of knowledge in Git or GitHub, but now I have, so I can create a very high end, just like 5 to 10. Not for Git or GitHub, you cannot have a 10 hour of course, but I will try to implement whatever concept I have or whatever resources I can get. I try to put that in a Git or GitHub course. That will be a once again, that will be a game changing course for me. Actually, I'm trying to reach 100K as soon as possible, or the target is the December 2020. So before New Year, I want to reach 100K, and you have to help me on that. And that's why I'm working hard to create 10 hour of React, 10 hour of Vue, then 10 hour of Flutter kind of things. So this should be my, you can say, USP or unique selling point for my channel. Like you will find every course as a full course, like Vue full course, and time doesn't matter. It should be 10 hour, it should be 5 hour, but obviously that should be the full course which implement each and every important thing from the documentation. So that's what my plan is. Let's see how things goes. Okay, I learned a lot from Sarthak. Thanks. What is the most used package in Laravel? Like if you want to add comparison chart and data something, it is the example of came in mind. Okay, so Chandan, the most used package, the third party package, I can say, not created by the Laravel team, is the Laravel permission package from Stacey that just came in my mind because they have, I don't know, some millions of downloads they have, and obviously they have all other some other packages which have millions of downloads, but this came in my mind like this Laravel permission package from Spassy. And even keep us in feeling if you start as how to be a good programmer. This is a very nice question by Mira Jha. I think Mira, she says, how to be good in programming through self-teaching method and even keep us motivated if we have started late, sir. Okay, so there are 3 points in it. First, um, be a good programmer. Second, self-motivation. And third is um, started late. 3 important things. So let's cover it. First, how to be a good programmer if you are a uh, self learner. Okay, you have to share. Very important thing. I have no CS degree. I have no IT background. I have created this channel just to share my knowledge. I'm sharing it, and that's how I am improving myself. So I can say like it doesn't matter what you want. It's just matter how I want to improve my knowledge. So I feel like I'm not ready for machine learning, so that's why you don't have the machine learning course on my channel. Once I feel comfortable with that, you will have that. And on that process, I improve myself. Simple. So it's like improving my programming. Next is you have started late. It doesn't matter. People have started after 40s, after 50s. Search on the Twitter. You will find people like who have started after 40s and are doing exceptionally well. So it doesn't matter. Late is never the late thing. Okay. Third one is how to keep motivated. Obviously, if you are sharing it, people will appreciate your work, and that appreciation is a motivation for you. Like, I am doing this. Why I am doing this? I'm doing this for the appreciation, for the love you are having, for the support you are giving, and all these things just motivate me. So after this live, I get charged up. So for creating new videos, I get feedback from your side. So lots of things are all works as a motivation, inspiration for me. So no, like you never be late. Okay, so you are never late. Okay, then sharing is very important. Share whatever you learn, and when you share, people will appreciate, and that appreciation will work as a motivation for you. So the plan a course on how to think like a programmer, how to refactor programming well, and how to translate the programming into code. Nice one, Avinash. Thanks. Next, I support you, bro. You're a big help in the programming. Like I want to our niche to be successful. Cool. Please get a better mic. I have Blue Yeti. I have a better mic. Maybe this is not connected. I have connected actually. So let me just check. Okay, so I think the mic is okay. So Blue Yeti is not connected. I think I have tried to connect it, but I don't know what happened. Okay, so hello. That's the problem. So this is actually connected with my system, but YouTube Live picked the default mic. My bad. Thanks for letting me know. Sir, you should reach out free code camp that will help you again for to gain follower. I've tried. I've emailed him with the VS Code course I did, but he said they are already having some course on VS Code. But next, I will try to push for Vue course, maybe if they allow me. Let's see how they respond. JavaScript knowledge is necessary for Vue.js. Obviously, not just JavaScript. The important thing is ES6, ECMAScript 6 knowledge, the new syntaxes. That's a very, very important thing to learn Vue.js. And as I said, I am going to create again a 10 or maybe 10, 12, 15 hour of full course for JavaScript only for basic JavaScript, document, get, element by ID, Windows, everything. So we will have there, and that include obviously the ES syntaxes also. Okay, just for fun. Hemant, you are really good, yeah. Every time you just bring a smile on my face. Basic need for any kind of framework, correct? Thank you. I'm sharing your channel to my friends so they can subscribe. Thank Raul. Thank you for that because it's now been 3 years and I'm stuck at 60s. I just crossed 50. It's now time to push this channel to 1K because I want to reach millions followers or subscribers, you can say here. And you can also, only you can help me on these things. Okay, so I think this is time to go because now I have to work on various things. As I said, lots of things are there. and I have to manage my time. So I have some meetings after this, and I have to cover that thing. I'm planning super small things and very exciting things, and I will obviously share with you just like I shared about the podcast. And maybe in the next live, I will share one more important thing which I am working on. Just like the podcast, I'm trying to do something extra, something for the community, something which motivate you or not just you, for others also. Let's see how things goes. And thank you for coming to this live, and we will meet on the next Sunday, and let's have some fun there. Yeah, Dhruv. Okay, Dhruv. So I just missed your question. Let me just scroll answer your question. Okay, so like multi-tenancy session driver is not working. Mm. Are you using multi-tenancy as an API? If yes, then obviously sessions are not available in API. And what kind of session? Are you talking about the Jetstream session? If yes, then there is a problem with that. Okay, so you have to actually search on the GitHub issues for Jetstream. People have already asked about that, so they will already have the answer. So you have to search about that. Brother, just a simple things. If I need anything, let me know. I'm good in many things. Oh, really? I was good in dark web for 4 years. Oh, dark web. Let's have chat then. Okay, so 10-hour Node.js video would be awesome. Yeah, I am planning lots of things, and let's talk about that in our meeting. So, okay, so final thing is podcast is going to release the first episode of the podcast will release very soon. This after 2 or 3 days, and you have to subscribe. Go to Twitter, the Mentor Story. This is the Twitter handle, or you can just go to thementorstory.com. This is a website or landing page for my podcast. Subscribe there, follow on Twitter, and the most important thing, if you're using Google Podcast, Spotify, Apple Podcast, anything, please give a 5-star rating or comment your reviews or whatever you want to say there. Okay, so what is Golang? Technical KD. It's a way beyond things. Okay, let's see this question. App showing when the database line is suggesting, bro, I'm Laravel and used a long time. I found my app flowing. Okay, so Ja- Jared, actually the problem is with your SQL queries. So you need to optimize your MySQL queries so that you can fetch the data effectively and efficiently, and that's how you can improve your level with the millions of record also. Okay, media for creating valuable content. So programmers should get help from government. Actually, programmer are helping government, not government helping programmer. So that's the problem. Okay, so link the podcast, please. Okay, sure. Let me just share with you the link of the podcast. And this is the one you have to go here. And if you want to subscribe for newsletter, that's okay. If you don't want, that's fine. But you have to follow on Twitter. That's the important thing. Okay. Where do you go? Where do you work, sir? I work here on YouTube. This is full time. I'm full time content creator. So I create courses, videos just like this, and that's how I start. Follow lazy. Okay, lazy loading. Yeah, correct. Okay, Dhruv says L8 session driver files versus DB, which is better? Obviously, that depends. That depends, obviously. On the database, you have to work for the queries, and session database works well actually. Files not work well, in my opinion, but I'm not sure about that. I will search and then share somewhere that thing. Maybe on the Twitter, obviously. Okay, final. Bye bye, and go to the Mentor Story podcast, thementorstory.com, the landing page. You are not a Twitter fan. Okay, you can come for me. Final. Bye bye. Thanks all. Thanks for your blessings.